This is Brant with Glad Hand Insurance. Up until last year, 1st of November of last year, I was the owner operator of a HotShot company. Small company, just myself. And I get asked from time to time, can you make any money in HotShot? So I just do my taxes, file my profit loss, or have my profit loss. And so I'll give you basically what I was able to do. And I was pretty consistent. First year was a little rougher than second, third year. The revenue was about $225,000 a year in gross revenue. But this past year, I was only in business for 10 months. I pulled out the 1st of November for personal reasons. Now I'm selling insurance as an independent insurance agent. So can you make money in HotShot? So at looking at my profit and loss statement, if you look at it, glance at it, I lost, the business lost about $2,267. And that was on gross revenue of $197,782. So I'll basically go through my expenses. My largest expense was my income. My income for the 10-month period was $77,000. Roughly about $7,700 a month is what I paid myself, about $92,000 a year. So I was operating as a sole proprietor LLC. So my revenue were my revenue, my expenses were my expenses. But since overall the company took a loss, I didn't pay any taxes. So after taxes, my income was about $92,000 a year. My biggest expenses, I'll just go through my largest expenses. You see my revenue, so we'll just deduct the expenses out of there. My largest expense was my labor. For the 10-month period, it was $77,000 on an average of $92,000 a year is what I paid. I did lease my F-350 from Enterprise, so for the 10-month period, it was $23,300, or roughly $2,330 a month. My fuel for the 10-month period was $42,800, or roughly about $4,300 per month. My insurance was $14,167. I paid $1,400 a month for my insurance. My meals, $11,500 in meals, so that broke down to $287 weekly. Roughly $40 daily was what I budgeted for food. And then hotels. I stayed in hotels generally on my resets, sometimes 2 nights a week, sometimes 1 night, sometimes I just sucked it up and slept in the truck. But about $370 a month for that, for $3,700 a year. And then my repair and maintenance, I did all my own maintenance. One thing about if you're a hot shot or your own tractor trailer, if you don't turn your own wrenches, it's really, really, really tough, for scheduling, try to get yourself in for maintenance, or they don't do it right. You end up going to have to do it yourself. So I did all my own maintenance, but tires were a big expense. I did upgrade to a better grade tire on my trailer. I moved into the Toyos primarily. Hancooks were good as well. But you go cheap on the tires, they're going to cost you. You replace them all the time. They're one-hit wonders. Hit a pothole, now you need a new tire. So that was my expenses. So overall, the company was a little bit of a loss, $2,200 or so, and on about $97,000. But since it was 10 months, $77,000 in earnings over those 10 months time for my payroll. If you have any questions about owner-operator, starting a company, getting your MC authority, putting together your inspection book for your DOT roadside weigh station inspections, what to expect on your safety audit, anything trucking, give me a call. You can find me at gladhandinsurance.com and visit me there, visit my website. I also like to talk to you about your insurance needs. Main thing is on insurance, you're either going to buy your insurance directly from a company or through a captured agent or independent agent such as myself. The price is always going to be the same. Apples comparison, there's going to be no difference in price. The difference that I can offer is my experience of starting a owner-operator. I was a healthcare worker prior, didn't take the vaccine, knew nothing about the trucking industry, jumped in it with 2 feet, made pretty much every mistake you can ever think of. But so I have a lot of information on anything and everything with regard to your operating capital, bidding loads from the spot market. Give me a shout. I'd love to talk to you about it. Please look at my website, gladhandinsurance.com. Thank you.